How's it going? What up? What up? Good to be back up here. Woo, TG motherfucking IF, right? Yo, so I was thinking, this is kind of funny, but the other day, I'm bi, and I'm just thinking, I'm fucking sick of identity politics, Who else is fucking sick of this, huh? Yeah, too complicated, right? And so I was thinking, like, who would win in a fight between, one of my gay friends and one of my lesbian women friends? And then I realized, well, neither. They're both victims. Yeah. Anyhow. I'm also Jewish, so I'm a double minority. I got my double minority card out here. So that's a lot of fun. Yeah. Who wants to hear some Jewish jokes, huh? Yeah. Hell yeah. Woo! Let's start with the big one, the Holocaust. Let's see.
That was big.
It was. The food was awful, and the service was terrible. And don't even get me started on the showers, man. Yeah. The other thing that Jews are famous for is being thrifty, and a lot of my family's pretty good at this. One thing that I think is kind of fun to think about is, like, why spoil a good meal with a big tip, right? So I feel like you could summarize every Jewish holiday with, like, one sentence. Some other group tried to kill us. We didn't get killed. Let's eat. Right? That's every holiday. Yeah. I was thinking they got Black Friday, which is for Catholics, which is kind of confusing. It's like, what are they gonna have for us? Like Jew Tuesday? Yeah. Let's see. Who likes sex here? We got any sex havers? Just me? Woo! I've definitely had sex. I'll even go so far as to say that I'm good at it. So one thing that I think is funny about sex is, like, how it breaks down across the gender spectrum, right? Like, I feel like women need, a reason to have sex, whereas men mainly just need a place. Yeah. Like, for women, sex is like buying a house. They're like, do I see myself in this long term? What are the options? How does this compare to the other house? And for men, it's like parking. You're like, oh, there's a space. There's also a space. That one's handicapped. Better be careful. Yeah. Yeah. And we got any rock fans? I did a Wikipedia black hole the other day. Just found out that Don Henley from the Eagles, there was, like, a sex worker who was, like, 17 who did, like, a mountain of cocaine at the main Eagles singer's house. And she OD'd, and the police just covered it up. And then the Eagles made, like, 5 more albums. And it's like, that's crazy that we lived in a time where that, police would just be like, we'll sweep this under the rug for you, Mr. Henley. Like, you go back to making rock music. What the fuck? Yeah, anyway. It's crazy where Wikipedia will take you, Really learn a lot. My therapist was telling me I gotta get off the internet. I was happy the other day. My therapist says it'll pass. It's just a side effect, probably, of all the meds. Yeah. Oh yeah, I work in the special needs industry, and it's a lot of funny characters, definitely. You got, I think Down syndrome people are my favorite group to work with. They're so affectionate and kind, and like, I wish that I could have just a tenth of their happiness or energy about something. Like, if I could get as motivated about waking up in the morning as they could about, like, wrestling or, like, a lot of other cool shit they're into, I'd be so productive. It's, yeah. Like, people say they're special, but eventually you realize they're, like, actually way better than most normal people. Never rude. They're never, like, they're always giving you hugs. It's the best. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna get into some impressions real quick because I love doing those. I used to watch Who Wants to Be a Millionaire a lot as a kid. You got hey, it's me, Regis Philbin. Oh, I love when he would go, oh! He's really funny. Who wants to win $1 million? I would. I'd sure like that. They never pay me shit. Yeah, just kidding. I love that Regis was always just shit-faced through like every daytime television set he would host. And like no one called him on it. He kept doing that year after year. This is just the shade of red my face is. No, you're shit-faced, Regis. We see you. But yeah, I guess that's show business, right? And let's see. I love Robert De Niro. The key to a good Robert De Niro is like you narrow your face a lot. You make your mouth small, you know. You squint and you make your mouth small, right? And then you think about being in Casino and every other Scorsese movie. Yeah, this thing of ours. And I also love Jack Nicholson. Speaking of Scorsese, he's the GOAT. And it's funny because like he's so famous he hasn't had to make sense in years. Like that's a level of fame that would be pretty appealing, where you can just say gibberish and people are like, right, Jack, spot on. He's such a good actor though. He's like, you can't handle the truth. He always like really emphasizes everything. Like he probably even orders a coffee dramatically. He's probably like, double cortado. Draws it out and shit. Yeah. He's the GOAT though. Yeah, and then I love Al Pacino. Speaking of old legends that are in gangster movies, he's similar to De Niro because they're both Italian, but he has more of a backache when he gets into it. He's like, my true enemy has yet to reveal himself. I know it was you, Fredo. That sort of thing. Yeah. Speaking of Italians, you got The Sopranos. I love Christopher and Tony. That show rules. If you don't watch that shit, it's the best. And yeah, I love the jokes they make in that show are fucking great. Plus the accents, yeah. They're like, hey, you know, what is this 7-year-old on a bicycle moving into my neighborhood? Oh, yeah. It's pretty crazy. But that's my time. Thanks everybody. See you next time.
Let's get a round of applause for Jacob Englander, you guys.